Okay, I'm going to do my work now. Oh God, how do you want me to do my work? Hey? What do I do? What do I do? Are you doing this on purpose? Are you in my head? Is there something in my head that says relax the mind, sleep, go outside, play, enjoy myself? I have 4 legs. Inside of you, you have to choose what you do with the cat. But right here, I get to choose on my own. Always thinking, always cleaning, always bearing my information. Are you bearing the information? Right? We're going to have to upload this video. We're going to speed it up because this is too long. Maybe we should look inside the shape of the nose of the cat or the eyes. What are you doing? Look at those eyes, eh? Doesn't it tell me? Those eyes tell me 8? When you have a football-like shape, right, it comes from encompassing. And I'm going to show you how those brackets work, right? When you have the I, you have the brackets of the 0 and the 9 key. Can I do my work now? Okay, I'm going to move you off the desk. Is that okay? Is that okay, little girl? Peaches? Peaches and plums. Okay. So first there was 1, and now there's 2. What are you guys doing? Can I do my work? Everyone shows up when I'm busy. Both of you, are you both med? One's a girl, one's a guy. They're both different. This one is called Tristu. I also call him 420. This is 360. 420 is 7 times 6. 360 is 6 times 6. The spirit of 76 comes with the moon. Keep that tail up. We need better communication. So if I have 2 tails, if I'm talking about codes, CB codes, do I talk about the single whip, WHIP, 23 and 8, 31, and I9 is 40, and P16 is 56. Beginning of the communication of the DNA, alpha, beta. Why alpha, beta? Let me move off my cat from the desk here. And the reason I'm talking alpha, beta, because the 6 and 5 on a dice reverse is 1 and 2, and that'll make your 77. If you're talking about the complete 9, it's 34, so you need DC to bring alpha, beta into the F world as well. 95 and 15. 10, 10. Here we went 9, 9. 45 will now make 10, 10. What does all this mean? It's just numbers, right? But we're going to categorize and understand it better. 6 and 4 is 10, 5 and 5 is 10, 9 and 1 is 10, 5 and 5. 5 and 5, take away the second letter of the cross, we have 55. Take away the second repeating letter, we have 55. But they're separating letters. This will be 1, 3, 1. This will be 1, 1, 6, 1, 1. Black is 65. Yellow is 92. There's a reason why I'm doing this, because of number 2. But 1 and 2 equals to 3. 6 and 5 equals to 11. 1 and 1 is 2. So on the cube, where 1 and 6, where 5 and 2 are opposite to 3 and to 4. 1, 2, the opposite to 3 and 4. 4, the opposite to 3. 45 is the numeric value for fox, and the calculation for that is 6, 15, and 24. So now you know when you have these 3 areas, each area is going to tell you a different story. Although this is 2.5 times 6, although this is 4 times 6, 2 different stories. 225 will connect to the heart. It's also part of the 7th gate. It can also be found on the cube where it's 5-4 void, 2-7 void. 5-4 void, 2-7 void. What does it mean? Every face has 9. When you have 2 of them, you will have 10. you will have the beginning of the next cube. You have your circle. When I was talking about the period and the dots, when you have one dot above the other, if I circle my dot, if I circle my dot, if I circle my dot and circle my dot, inside the I is another I. See that separating line? Understanding in craps. Now I'm going all over the place. It's good to be confused because I'm throwing a ton of things into there. We need to fill up our grid. We have to know what's inside the grid, inside the explanation, the, what do you call it, the glossary. 1 is opposite of 6, right? 1 and 1. We now have 8. My 8 will create 2 I's, and if I do this, I might say it's 215. But if I do this, you'll think it's $2.15. This has a different calculation. I can change this number to 1215, and I can change this to 1215. This means something different from this. When it comes to this, this becomes 7:35 minutes. This becomes, well, this becomes just either a whole lot of pennies or how many nickels. We have 3 nickels here, but we only have less than 2 nickels here. Less than 2 nickels. We have 2.5 times 6, and we have 2 times 6. So I got a calculation that works. One is in the 0.5 area, and one is not. So you see these lines? This is in between. When I create this box, there's no in between, and the only way to find the center is to create the X. These are obligations. Obligations. When I'm connecting numbers, I don't want to jump off of that. I want to sit over here. There's just too many things. What is this? This is the F letter, this is the O letter, and this is the X. In this one over here, this will be separation of the gateway. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 86. This will be beta creation, creation in the house, beta creation for the cube. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals 6 and 5. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 will equal 6 and 5. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 plus 5 is 11 equals to 41. And that is your ADN. That is the beginning of your DNA. Now, the question is, if it's 14, do I count the N in there? But if it's 41, do I not count the N in there? But I'm going to have to put the E. 4 and 1 is 5. So now we have need. Dean. Is Dean the teacher? Is it 2 N's, or is it the Don? Why Don? Because when E and A, arts and entertainment, come together, the entity, the art, the angel, arts, art, 20, entity, 20. Area, 2020 area. Location, inside the house. 77, Christ. Mass is 33. Sorry, mass is 33. 19, 20, 33. Total 110 or 1010. Twin towers came down. The I over here, because we had the 00, so to have the 00 or 18. And now my question is, do I create 88? The bicycle cards, 88. And what are they doing? And in between my 4 zeros, I'm going to have this. And my star system from all the houses. How are these houses going to connect? Remember, if I use up an area space, I might be using up the area space where you can no longer use this area space. So I'm going to put 1 here and 1 here. stops me. Or I'm going to put one here and one here. Or if it was a palette, there would be my palette, and then would be my two areas. Just trying to put formation on the planet, a different way to see things. What do all these numbers just mathematically create? 6 times 8 is 48, and 14. 14 is also known as a quarter. This is 2 to 1, or 1/2. 4 is half of 8. This is 1/4, 1 is half of a quarter. Your DNA and your sun in the separation of the 7th gate gateway. 98. 68, 98 is now 72 and 17, and this one's perfect because you have the 1 on this side and you have the 2. I don't care what side it is. 27. So it's now telling me red gates. Everything's telling me about the red sun. 27, 72, 9 by 8, 17. I stand on 17, and if the dealer has a 6 or less, I will stand on 17 regardless of 6 or less. But on 12, okay, if the dealer has 3, 4, 5, and 6, when the dealer has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do not pull, do not take. Do not pull and do not take. That's what it is. But they're saying do not take a card because you don't want to bust. The bust, the brassiere over the mountain, getting your hand stuck in the bra. 39 is the skies of Saturn. 39 is sky Saturn. 3 to the power of 2, beta creation. 2, 3, again, beta creation. U is the 21st letter. 2 and 1 is 3. It becomes 2, 3. Beta creation in the star of Saturn. The skies of Saturn. Sorry, the skies of Saturn. I didn't do this part yet. We're into the 12th minute, but in the next video, I also want to tell you that the elves were wearing this hat, and I want you to stare at this a little bit until it looks like it goes to a distance. See the way it dries out to a distance? We're going at a distance. We're far away, and we're going at a distance. You just can't look at an image and say, oh yeah, okay. If you want, we're going to end the video and start the next one with the same thing. What was I doing over here? I was just trying to explain certain numbers. Now, when we have 6 and 5 and 1 and 2, we also get 1 and 9 is 10 and 2 and 8. 91, 13 by 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 is 12, 7, 19. 28, or also known as 1/4. 13 by 7, 13 cards in the deck. When you add up the suits, 13 times 7 equals 91, times 3 equals 273. And then you have 9 times, sorry about this, you have 13, right? But I don't want to add 1 to 13. I now want to add 1 through 9. Add 1 through 9 equals to 45. Times 3 equals to 135. A, C, E. B, G, C. Beta Gates creation. My BC. The 2 comes with the 7. 3 comes with the 4 not announced. 3 and 7 are 10. 3 and 2 are 5. 105, the hand of God. But let's just jump off of there. What did I do? I removed the 10, the jack, the queen, and the king. Here I'm going to add back the 10. So it will be 3 by 55 equals 165. 6 and 5, 1 and 6 come together, and that is your opposite 3.5, and that is your any crap energy on the moon, or also known as 1 and 2 and 1 and 1. The reverse of 1 and 1 is 66, and they bar it. Bar mitzvah. 13. Let's just stop there. The H and the I come in where the gateway to the heavens come in. 9 and 8. Where do I get all these numbers from? The bar mitzvah age is 13. When you bar something, you bar it. It is the H to be barred. it is not the I, but if you're barring something, then you're barring the I and you're crossing the I. Put these up a little bit higher, you have a double cross, and you have this sign in the center, telling me it's not this sign in the center. This sign in the center will be this. This one, when you're barring it, will be this. Now we can also be barring, not this way, but this way. Imagine we create the Z or the N. We're just going to do it at this. Now, what am I barring? Did I just bar between the 1 and the 9? Or am I barring between the H and am I barring the 5? In each case, the 5 is over here. Dead center. Dead center. The center is dead. Does that mean our moon transfer is dead? Our E-world is dead? Lots of questions. 165, 165. In fact, we're just going to use 55 instead of 91. The difference is 36. Slip into 55, slip into 36, put another 55. You end up with 191. What is this? You go add 1 to 10, you get 55. You add Jack, Queen, King. Jack, Queen, King equals to a total of 36. This one would create 9 and 18. This one will create 25 and 10. Equals to 15 Mars or 35 Electric Company. Equals to 9 Birth minus and 27 Red. Or 72, 9 times 8. Red in the high heavens. Just talking about how things, when you have an E and an A together, it's 1 plus 5 equals to 6 or minus equals to 4. This will be your DC world coming out of Mars. 1 and 5, the 15th letter is O. It's E, A, O equaling to 21. Add 1 through 6 equals to 21. Add 1 through 5. It equals to 15 Mars. Add on the 6, 21. We now added a God, a half-life. Because we don't need these 2 dots in the center. If you want to come on to here, where does everything start? 2. I have 2 everywhere. Don't need the 2. 11, got 11 everywhere. Don't need the 11. 20, very special 20. That's where location is. 2020 is the year we're in. Right over here. And that is your fine line between 2020, and that's where it ends. That's where it ends. We're going to connect these two. I'm not going to connect these two. I'll connect these two. I'm not going to connect these two. I'm going to connect these two, and then these two, and then I have none here. So I connect this, I skip this, I connect this, I skip this. So do you notice that I'm taking 2, or what I can do is I do this, 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 I do this. I'm trying to make a design to where nothing is, everything has a passage, and it's all only joined by the center. So whatever I do, 38, is it 38 and 38? That's where my spirit of 76 comes in, and that's my half-life. 56 and 56, 121, 11, 11. That is my birth. 65 and 65, 11, 11. 22 and 22, area, space of life. 65, we're living on the cube, in the cube, through the cube. Is this the body or just the mind? 74 is Jesus. 83 is the church. 92 is the yellow soul. Now, if I continue on this design, I can now create my design in a cube, and now instead of just having lines this way, now we're going to do lines this way. And this is my grid that will tell me a story and the location where we are. Did you know that you absolutely need 3 dots to create 360 degrees? Here, here, here. That's my 360. Going around is the 360. The question is this my 360? The 4th one will complete the square, but my first 360 is here. I went 1, 2, 3, and now 1, 2. So I went 360, 1, 2, 3, which means 120, times 3. And here, 2 more times is 240. That's how I have to calculate it. I have to calculate 360 means to go around. And you could have shaped this any way you want. This is what it has to be. 240 is my birth. It's also the Mayan calendar. Why is it the Mayan calendar? It's a period of 9 months is a period of 216. The 9-day period of 24 hours, I now count for 9 days of the Mayan months. 9 days plus 1 day at 24 hours. I mix it all up. I use it differently. Equals to 240 hours. This becomes my 10. My day of birth, my first day of birth, into the 240th hour. 216. 216 brings me into the moon, 2160 kilometers. 1440 times 1.5 equals 2160 Earth moon diameter, times 5.5 Liberty equals 7920 Earth diameter. The difference between 1.5 and 5.5 is 4 times 1440 equals 5760 Hebrew time, also known as the year 2000. And the rebirth of Christ comes in 2012 for the Bat Mitzvah. The Bat Mitzvah, 2012, starting the 13th year. Jesus is born, the Bat Mitzvah. We are now coming to the year 2021, the year, the legal year for the Spirit, 21. Why? Because in most states in America, at 21, you can now drink alcohol. 16 and 18 or 19, you're getting your driver's license. All these initials, SAAQ, whatever initials you use in America. America and Canada, English and French. This is where I live. You want to be in Europe, you got to do it the European way. You want to do it in Canada, do it the Canada way. And roulette talks about America and French. So I talk about Quebec and America. There's just a whole lot of things. Did we actually go anywhere at all? Here, look, a normal person. Like, what? I see a person with that, I'm going, okay, donkey. Okay, donkey. No. So what else am I going to talk about? I just want to add on a few more things. I make these videos. Mushroom. I don't want you to be hurt more than you already have. Only the first letter, initial to number, 94 Uranus, to 45 the fox, to 57 the moon, to 72 the high red sun, to 22 in life, to 28 the cycle of the moon, to the cycle of the moon. We have to add in 4 for the M. To Pluto, the cycle and the cat, to Pluto and the cat, and the cycle of the moon, to the red sun gateway of the resident angel birth. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to be hurt more than you already have. Uranus, sun, moon, big life cycle, Pluto, cat. Clydesdale horse, read the red sun in the spirit of the heaven of the fleshy body. The last part in this, in which I'll probably start one of the next videos, is I want to do number 61 in the next video. So if you made it to the end, there's all kinds of stuff. And I don't like that I work like this. It would be so much easier to explain one thing at a time to one person till they understand, and I won't end up with a paper like this. The reason I end up with the paper like this is I have so many things and I know there's a connection, and I'm trying so hard. I'm over trying to convey the reality that is real. It is real, is real, Israel, the home of the land of the free. Why is that phrase coming out of me? I have coffee. I'm going to get more coffee. For those of you who've probably seen the house, there's the bathroom. I even got tags. We have the karma mirror. I've got Jacob and the cancer cell, where we're carrying the cancer cell. I've got the bear. I've got the traitor. I've got the bull. I've got the cross pissing oil. I've got the 10 commandments up over there on the walls. Remember 10, eh? 1 plus 0 is 1. What is first is last? What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.